Hi, ladies, it's Sylvia Mokola here. Today, I'm going to be talking about why your diet is not working. Why you spend so much time and so much energy, so much money going on a diet, getting a meal plan, buying supplements sometimes, and you find out that you do not get the results that you want. The key thing you should know is that it's not about the diet, it's about you. It's not about having that diet mentality. It's about you and eating in a way that would nourish your body. And when you focus on eating healthy, you will not look at the diet as it's just for a short time because I just want to see the results. And I'm just doing it to get a particular result. But you look at it like this is about me, and it's about me being healthy. It's about me feeling vibrant and alive. And in that way, you will choose meals and you will take up a, a particular way of eating that would nourish you. So when you choose to nourish your body instead of following somebody else's rules, in that way you will find out that it's so much easier for you to stick to any routine that you have decided to stick to, because you have decided in your subconscious that I don't want to be eating this way. I want to start eating this way. I want to nourish my body. I want to give my body what it needs. I want to hydrate my body. And when you decide to do that, that makes it easier for you because you have owned it. It's now part of you. Now, the second point is when there is a mismatch with your unconscious mind. Now, your unconscious mind is where all your learning, where all your behavior, and where all change happens. And so when there is a mismatch, when you're doing something different from what you have programmed in your unconscious mind, your unconscious mind follows a habit, a pattern which you've already programmed in there. It knows a particular way you do things. It knows the food that you like. It knows the feeling of the food, the way the food makes you feel, and it knows everything about you. And your unconscious mind is there to protect you. So um, pro- and so it's something that you have programmed there, automated. So it's an automated program that is running. And so when you're trying to follow somebody else's rules and regulation, rules of what to eat and what not to eat, and what there's another program running in your unconscious mind, there's a mismatch, and therefore you're getting a different result. I mean, it could work. The 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 other person's rules or whatever you're following at that time might work for a short time, but it doesn't take long for your unconscious mind to kick in. You always reach for the familiar, especially when you feel threatened, or when when probably you go off the diet a bit, you just go back to the familiar way of doing things, and that's when the unconscious mind kicks back in, and you find yourself back in the same way you do things. So this is one area I help my clients to navigate, how to reprogram their unconscious mind so that it works for them, so that the program there is what they really want. The way they want to eat is from within. They have owned it. It's a new lifestyle. It's a healthy way of eating. It's not about a diet, a short term thing that is not in alignment with their values or beliefs, but it's something that their unconscious mind takes on board, and therefore after a while it becomes easier for them to eat in a particular way, because they know why they're eating that way. They know they're thinking healthy, and they're not thinking about a short-term diet. Um, so that is one key point, making sure that you're um, reprogramming your mind so that your unconscious mind will work for you. Because another area where you see this, where you get the negative effect of this, is when you're going on somebody else's, you're going on a diet plan, and then you start eating, you start feeling emotional. What happens? You reach for the familiar. And what is the familiar? The things you've programmed. So that is why it's so key for you to work from the inside, change, make sure that your unconscious mind is in alignment with what you are what you intend to achieve. And there are ways that we do that to make sure that you and everything in you is alignment with your new you, your new normal, and therefore you're working towards the same goal. The third thing I would say is looking from the inside out. Sometimes when we go on a diet, we look at our body, we check the scales. All those things are outside measures you check for you to know that you're making progress. But I would say that you should start from the inside out. You should start from changing from within, changing the way you think about food, changing the way you eat, changing the way um you deal with your emotions. Because when you change from the inside out, eventually you see the results. When you change from the inside, eventually you see the results outside. You see the results on the scale, you see the results on the clothes you wear, because you change from the inside out. So I would say that for you to make your diet work, you need to examine yourself. And this is one key area I deal with my I help my clients overcome, help my clients navigate how they deal with, how they change from the inside out. Because once you change from the inside out, it doesn't take long, as in you it, you begin to see the results. It's not something like, oh, I'm just checking the scales, and when the scale doesn't work, you're like, you feel so discouraged, and then you go and binge, or you eat emotionally. But when it comes from the inside, when you start changing from the inside out, the way you feel about food, the way you nourish your body, the way you eat, the way you shop, the way you everything you do, when it changes from the inside out, your belief about food and your values about food, the abundance of food that you have in you, how you know that food is in abundance, and therefore you do not have to store it, because you can have it at any time. These things help you to stay focused and change from the inside. And therefore, when you change from the inside, you start seeing the results outside. You do not need anybody you do not check from outside to know that you're doing the right thing inside. But once you keep doing the right thing inside, the results will surely show outside. And that is so, so, so liberating when you get to that point where, you start seeing the results on the scale, you start seeing the results on the clothes you wear, you feel vibrant, you feel healthy. You don't need anybody to tell you that you have changed. You know that you have changed. And that is one lovely thing about not having that diet mentality. So I hope you found this video inspiring and useful. And if you need more information, just reach out to me. The link is below.